Hello Flosstube friends, my name is Dobby. I go by Covered in Floss here on Flosstube and on Instagram. So if you would like, you can just go and give me a follow to see my more often progress pics and so on. And here I'm coming back with the long promised video. I really wanted to get something in earlier. However, we were hit by a terrible heat wave and it was basically impossible to do anything. I was still stitching. I was really still stitching. However, I was a very much monogamous stitcher. So I was just like concentrating on that whenever it was a bit cooler and so on. So I'm definitely going to show you that during my next update video. But now, as you can see from this lovely blank canvas, we're going to have a new start. Let's see how's that going to be. So I'm going to insert picture here. And I already told you about my obsession with Little Red Riding Hood. And this is exactly that. Art by Rodrigue, and it has been charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I have had it in my stash for absolutely forever, and I had it fully kitted for really long time, so basically there was no excuse not to stitch on that. Apart from the fact that I was just trying a few times and there was always something wrong. I couldn't agree fully with the fabric count that I did earlier, or with method, something like that. So today we're just going to have like a perfect attempt number 3, I think. Restart number 2, because the first was the start. And let's see how's that going to work. So I'm going to try doing we are on the 25 count at the moment, and I'm going to try doing 25 yes, 25. I hope that I will manage to do a bit more stitching than 25 stitches, but I'm going to do 10 stitch and 10 stitch 2/1, and I'm going to try actually to do a kind of variation on Royal Rose. I basically watched like a couple of videos on Royal Rose, and I think that it can give my head a bit more of a structure. So, but I'm not going to concentrate on just like, I'm going to start in the top left corner, but I'm not going to do only 2 squares, these 10 by 10 squares, but I'm going to actually work in a bigger square. So I'm not doing this column only. It's called a tower, I think. Don't remember. But I'm going to do the square that is 20 by 20. So within that, I'm just going to try to just fill that in and then go lower. I will also try to avoid any kind of like lines, the column lines. I will try doing some feathering in here as well. But let's see how's that going to go. So just like enough of talking. Of course, there will be more talking. Let's go to stitching. So again, I'm just going to try working two-handedly. I'm just starting now with my right hand, but it's going underneath. So, oh, sorry. I just managed to mess up with my tripod. Ugh. Okay, yeah, as you can see, this is just like attempting at making that more visible. Let's see how's that going to work. So two-handedly, left hand on top, right hand at the bottom, and I really hope that I won't be hitting the tripod from below. I'm going to try to limit my movements, at least on the bottom, and I really hope that you will be able to see what is also happening on the top. So basically I am stitching that, as you can see, 25 count easy guide. So definitely it is not my preferred fabric, but a fabric that I really want to become my preferred fabric, because I absolutely love how everything looks on 25 count. So let's see if just like I'm going to be able to kind of put myself in the habit of using this one. Let's see. But so far we're just going to give it a try, and I really hope that it's going to work well for me, and I will be able to continue, because I would really love to have this picture finished, but because of all the kind of adventures that I had with that, it was in a timeout for a very long time. Then I took it out again, and I started again, and then it was just like, okay, I'm not sure if I like it as much as I would like to like it. So yeah, I really hope that it's going to work this time. Sorry if I'm hitting the tripod, it's just like I still need to get used to everything that is happening. And basically, so as you know, that I absolutely love using CXC on my full coverage pieces because of the coverage. But this time, I think I made a mistake here. No, not a mistake, just putting that in the same place. Am I doing that right? Yes. Oh my God, what am I doing? Good, we're fine. So this time I'm using, let me just show you. This is also like a Chinese thread, but I got that kitted before I knew about CXC. So this is like something funky. If anyone knows what is the name of the same and so on, I would appreciate if you could let me know, so I can just like include all the information. However, yeah, it was just like my first Chinese floss, and I bought it because I had a few kits from China at that time, and I absolutely loved the quality of the thread. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to risk and see how's that going to work for me. And to be honest, with my previous attempts, really the thread was the least of my worries. So basically this is what we are using still, especially that this is all fully kitted. So I have it ready. I have it still on bobbins. You know that at the moment I'm just like preferring floss cards, but to be honest, I kind of like it. So here, and I have that in the storage box. Let's see like blah blah blah. Let's see how everything works here. As you can see, just like it's also the heat that gives me a bit of issue with talking, because it's been really nasty, and I cannot even describe what state of undress I am functioning every day in, because it's unbearable. And you know, it's just like, probably if I mention that it's just like about 35 degrees Celsius, you're just going to say, oh, it's not that bad to what we have. But the issue is that we are not used to this kind of temperatures. So there is absolutely no AC. I am at the moment trying to use a small fan that I have here. It's at the moment it's off, so it's not messing up with the sound. Okay, as you can see, I'm just like moving a bit over to the third square here, but it's just like, as there are only 2 stitches, I didn't want to leave this one, and this is going to be also like a bit of my feathering, potential feathering. So let's see. So I'm using like a small fan next to my computer usually when I work at home. I have also like a big fan going. I have aroma diffuser with some oils, and at the moment eucalyptus and peppermint are totally raining in my office, because they at least give you a bit of a feeling that it is cooler than it actually is. So I'm pretending that I'm fine, that I'm not melting, and basically I don't think that I am like overly dramatic person, but put me in heat. If the temperatures are just higher than what I like, and at the moment I think that my doable limit is around 27 degrees, I'm a drama queen. I'm an absolute drama queen. I cannot. This is just like, it's simply not for me. I do not appreciate that, and it's, yeah, it's just too much. Let me just mark everything on my pattern keeper, what I did so far. So I'm not going to mess with anything. Really, I would need to think about like a bit different position for my tripod for the next time, because I feel that I am touching it all the time. I really hope that it's not going to be too annoying for you. Let me know in the comments what's the viewing experience for you is, and basically tell me what has been happening with you. I really hope that life is treating you well. Despite the heat, I had a really good last couple of weeks. So as you know, I was super sick in June, and after that, so because before I was for 2 weeks on holidays and then 2 weeks sick, so when I came back to work, there was lots of stuff to do and to catch up on. As I mentioned in, I think, my first video, I am working in the intellectual property area. I absolutely love it. And I don't know what's happening, because usually just like the summer period is not that super busy for us. My clients went crazy. So there was lots of working on quotations, setting up new projects and so on. And it's just definitely nothing that I would expect at this time of the year. But I'm not going to complain, because I really love my work. I really love what I'm doing. I really love people that I'm working with. And most importantly, I really love my clients. I really love my clients. I was so absolutely lucky. So my boss has a perfect ability to kind of match you with the client that he thinks would be a good like energy match with you. So it's kind of an amazing thing, because I I have a really, really close relationship with my clients, and it's just like, okay, we're definitely not friends, but when there's like the personal meeting, because usually in my area lots of stuff is being done over email and over just like online meetings and so on, but when we meet in person, it's just like, like a very, very good colleague that you haven't seen for quite some time, and you just need to catch up somehow. And this is absolutely lovely. So yeah, after coming back to work, I have a lot of stuff to do at the moment. I think that I am mostly on top of everything. There is just like one huge project that I'm doing kind of a soft start for, before we have like the official effective date of everything. So it's like definitely less stress, but still the project is super, super huge. So it requires a lot of time, concentration, and really just focus on everything. So this is the thing that I'm doing now. But I love it. I really love it. It's fun. And apart from that, I have been super social. So as I told you already, I am waiting for my ADHD diagnostics. That's a whole different story. I'm just going to tell you in a moment. But as it was just like, it wasn't suggested, there was a question from my therapist if I have ever been tested towards that. I told her that's not, but it kind of made me thinking. And of course, once you get hit with a question like that, with a question like that, you start like wondering, you start like reading about things and so on. And to be honest, I started finding quite some patterns, and it's just like, to be honest, I want to be tested to kind of be a bit more validated, I think, with whatever I was experiencing, what was going on throughout my life. So it's just like, I'm not sure if I would just like be very much into any kind of medication. However, I just need that for myself. But one of the things that I read about, because I am a super open person, I make friends very, very easily, but when I'm among people, I have a tendency to get very tired, and I really need to recharge my batteries. So I somehow, despite being just like open and kind of craving meeting people, I always thought about myself as a kind of introvert. Now, however, when I started reading about ADHD and so on, I learned that it is a quite common trait among people with ADHD, that we are like that only because we get easily overwhelmed. So it's just like the overstimulation by too many people, too many voices, too many noises, and so on. So I think that it was that. And when I just started observing myself towards that, I noticed that it's much easier for me now to go out, to like observe myself, my body, my reactions, and especially my needs. So when I feel that I'm just like basically mentally tired because there was a lot of happening, I'm definitely not going to be forcing myself to do anything, and I don't feel any more like kind of shame to cancel things. And that makes my life really, really much easier. And I've been meeting people. Let me just quickly count 5. I've been meeting people and just talking to them about stuff and so on. And to be honest, it is working really, really well. I am not so tired because at the moment I can be more mindful. Like, I know how many people I'm going to be meeting. So, for example, if I'm the meeting organizer, because I'm this kind of a person, sorry, I have a cat fluff. I'm this kind of person, so I can now adjust the place where we meet. So there are not so many things that could like overstimulate me and that can cause any issues. Okay, so we are done with this one. It is now nicely parked. I'm going to try to do this lovely method that I saw other people doing. So just like parking your thread, then just putting that in. So all the loose threads are kind of flying a bit further from the working area. So let me just quickly see where we are. Oh, we already have like over 80 stitches in this color. Fantastic. Like it. Okay, so that was 152, and now we're moving to 223. Here I have you. I see like a loose thread flying. Let me just take it, it's a bit shorter. So yeah, at the moment I am able to adjust a lot of things, and it has been super helpful because I can do much more. I can really do much more than I used to do without that having any kind of impact on my mental well-being. And this is basically something that I definitely appreciate a lot. Okay, it's going to be like a short thread. You stay. So I think that I finally start really putting myself first, and I learn voicing my needs and the things that are happening. So yeah, I have been meeting people. I met with my friend that I haven't seen for I think a year now, and it's been so lovely to just like sit and chat. And I met another one this time. We hadn't seen each other for 6 months, so there was a lot of catching up to do, and it was just like lovely and not tiring at all, because I felt so guilty usually when I was meeting people that I absolutely love, adore, and really want to have in my life, and just getting tired. And it was always just like a question in my head, what's wrong with me? And apparently just my brain is wired a bit differently, and we were just meeting in wrong locations. So now I found like an absolutely adorable sushi place quite near my workplace, just basically 10 minutes walking. And basically I am taking everyone there because first, food, absolutely amazing. And second, I love the service because I think it's a family-run place and they let you be. They are somewhere there, just close enough, so if you need anything, you can always just like ask for that, but you don't have that like somebody coming to you every 3 minutes asking if you need anything else and so on. And it's just like, I know that this is all business, and especially just this is a business policy that like staff is made to do that, but it also is something that, for example, for my head kind of messes up, because when I am concentrating on a person that I'm with and I'm concentrating on the conversation with them, and somebody just like comes up to me asking questions, it's so easy for me to get distracted, and it requires a really, really intense moment to kind of get back to the point where I was with the person that I'm meeting. So with them, when they don't do that, it's just like every meeting, it's so pleasant because I can really concentrate on my friends and just to enjoy the moment. So I've been doing that. Plus, I started doing a few new things for myself. So somehow I managed to get back to reading books. As I mentioned earlier, I'm reading through my ears. I love audiobooks because they just kind of help me when I stitch and so on. So this is like another thing that helps with that. But I really missed the charm of reading a book in paper or on my Kindle and just following the words this way. So I kind of felt the urge to read, and I was just like looking for books that can somehow ease me back to that. I know that this sounds so strange, but it's just like for a very, very long time I completely couldn't concentrate on the words that I saw on paper. So now coming back to that, it's just like, it's amazing. But I was searching for books that can help me come back to that and so on. And I started actually finding a few. So I was laughing that I need all the smut recommendation, because usually they are with a bit simpler and more predictable storyline. So I don't feel so lost, and I don't need to concentrate so hard on the plot. But it's just like I also didn't want to find anything stupid that would just, I would just like go super quickly through without any kind of thinking. And I found actually, so no smut, but I found a high school romance, and apparently it's a series, but I'm on book 1 at the moment. And the one that I started reading is called Curvy Girls Can't Date Quarterbacks. I absolutely don't remember the author at the moment. I think it's Kelsey Sterling. I'm going to just like put her name in here. But I have to tell you that this is just like, so far, it's such a sweet story. And it's just so nice. So, and it's easy to read. It's still easy to read, but it's definitely not stupid. Of course, it's also not like the high literature or whatever, because this is not what you would in general expect from like a high school romance. But it is not also just like something stupid that you go through and you just think more than you lost some time from your life. So I'm going to see if I'm going to get to the whole series. But so far, I'm just like enjoying this first book so much. And let's see. Of course, the story is just like, the story is predictable. The story is extremely predictable. But I don't mind. I really don't mind, because the characters so far are rather likable. There is quite a lot of like a very light, nice humor in there, that it's just like makes everything nicer. Okay, let me just try to thread my needle. Basically, I have to tell you that today is also very hot, and at the moment I feel, and this is definitely a new in my life. Oh, sorry, I just forgot that I'm starting a new thread. My elbows are sweating. My elbows. So I'm just done for the weather. Basically, my favorite season is autumn, fall, and this is like a perfect, like September, beginning of October. This is my favorite time of the year, with the temperatures, the colors, and just being able to stay alive without the fear that you are going to melt. So yeah, so I've been meeting people, I've been reading. I didn't do too much of Flosstube watching. To be honest, I mostly was continuing my obsession with Stitched by Liz. I'm going to link her below, because it's just like it's a delight. It's really a delight to watch her videos, to listen to her, and to read her husband's comments. Her husband, the so-called unpaid editor. And it's just like the rapport between these two is also so amazing, that it's an added value to the general amazing quality of the videos. So yeah, this is just Nice. So there was work, I was a bit social, I was reading, watching only a bit of Flosstube. Yeah, so I cannot complain. Apart from the temperature, I definitely cannot complain. But yeah, temperature is definitely not something that I have too much of an influence on. So, oh yeah. Okay. Come on. But I was looking at the weather forecast for next week, and we're going to be like in the temperature range between like 25 and 27 degrees, which is absolutely acceptable for me, and I really hope that it's going to be like that, because I just cannot see another couple of weeks with the temperatures like that. My brain is melting. Okay, so I have to tell you that it's not that bad. Okay, I'm sitting at the moment in a terrible position because I'm trying to position my hand below in a way that I'm not hitting the tripod. So only that is a bit annoying for me. But apart from that, I think that I do enjoy this 10 stitch situation on 25, especially in this light. It's not that bad. Sorry, I think that I hit the tripod again. There's going to be a lot of apologizing for that today, sorry. So, yeah. Nothing super spectacular in my life, but I am perfectly happy with my little boring life. Just feels so good to simply enjoy every day. This week we have like so basically for next 2 weeks in the town next to my village, we have like it's kind of a fair where you have a lot of stuff happening like every day. And the first week it's called Lagerleben, and it's basically a medieval fair. So yesterday we went there. It was just like absolutely amazing to see like people in costumes and so on. So I already decided that for next year I'm definitely getting myself something as well, because it's just like I love this style, and you know, just like having the reason and the opportunity to dress like a piratess would be fantastic. So let's see how's that going to work. But I was already just checking the online shops to see what I can find. So if it works for next year, I'm definitely going to be providing some more pictures. Okay, am I in the right one? Yes, I think so. So we went out yesterday and we met with friends as well, and even though there was just like lots of people, like really lots of people, and usually I feel super overwhelmed, it wasn't that bad. We came back home sometime after midnight, and today is much hotter than it was yesterday. So basically half of the day, especially that after coming back home so late, and of course we didn't go to bed straight away, and we woke up really early today because I was in bed I think around 2, and I woke up after 7. My boyfriend just a bit after me. So we enjoyed this still kind of cool-ish morning. If you can see, it was coolish. If you can say it was coolish. And then basically we just started dying on the sofa because the temperature is just, I think that already around like, I don't know, 9, it was hitting the 30s, so it wasn't pleasant anymore. And today we had planned to go there again, but I think at the beginning I was just like saying that I'm not going anywhere in these temperatures because I'm just going to absolutely melt. But I made a plan with my friend that we're going to first go for huge ice cream. So we're meeting like around 8. So we're going to first have huge ice cream, and if after ice cream we feel like that, we're going to join the rest because my boyfriend is meeting our friends there, so we're just going to join them together after we're done with the ice cream. So I think that it's going to work, and I will try today to maybe take some pictures because yesterday it was my like first time here, so I was so fascinated by everything that all the pictures that I took are just like so crappy. So today maybe I'll just take a few pictures and try to post it on my Instagram, because it's a really, really nice event, and basically this is something that lots of people are looking forward to for like a big chunk of the year, because it's a very, and it's a, although there is just like, you know, we are in Bavaria and there's always beer, but it's a super nice and super like peaceful event. Everyone basically has fun. Nobody is just like getting onto other people's nerves. So this is definitely cool. So I think that I'm going to join my boyfriend and our friends after we're done with ice cream and see what is happening. Tomorrow we are planning to go to visit my boyfriend's grandma. She is 93 years old, and unfortunately at the moment she is in a hospital, but it was a planned stay because she has issues with water retention, and especially just like her legs. So she needs to be just like taken care of. So we are going to her probably also bringing ice cream, because she's just like, she loves ice cream. You cannot even imagine. Just like, I love this little lady. Okay, nope, this is not going here. We need 2 empty spaces. Let me see if I can drag that. Yes, I managed to do that. Yeah. So she's just like, she's such a little rascal. I love her so much. And basically, you know, because my grandparents, all of them, so on my mom's side, I didn't even meet any. On my dad's side, then they unfortunately passed away when I was really, really young. So I have barely any memories with them. So at the moment, just like being so close with my boyfriend's grandma, it's basically, I'm laughing that it's our grandma. I think that this is the first time in my life that I experienced the grandparental love, and this is something different. it's just, I really, the amount of love that you can get from someone, it's just, basically, sorry, I am laughing that I just don't know how I was so lucky, because my boyfriend's family is just like a perfectly functional family. There are no traumas, there are no issues. Everyone is just like super cool, everyone loves each other, and I always laugh that basically I am the biggest advocate for therapy for everyone. Even if you think that you don't need therapy, you should try. But the only exception is my boyfriend, because he's just like, and here quote unquote, perfectly normal. And it's just like, sometimes I look at him, it's just like, how did I get so lucky? But also it's sometimes it's so difficult to kind of explain, like my moments when I still need like millions of words of validation and so on. He's just like looking at me, he's just like, are you okay? It's just like, I'm not okay, totally not okay in general, but I know that I can just like ask you for these words because I'm going to get them, and I know that it's going to be all true and all good and all fun. But it's just like, sometimes he's just like worried. It's just like, no, nothing to worry about, because thanks to you, I'm healing. But yeah, so tomorrow we are visiting Grandma. We're probably also going to visit Mama. So I'm super excited. This is like one of the most important things during our weekends, because usually we do that on the weekend, as we both work full-time, and it's just like an hour driving from us to them. So during weekends we definitely have a bit more time to spend with them, and we always just like take this opportunity. Tell me what your best experience with your grandparents has been. Just like, I'm learning at the moment, and I'm enjoying every second of that. So I would really love to read about your experiences, adventures, little quirks of your grandparents, things that you did together that maybe your parents didn't know about or still don't know about. For me, it's just something amazing at the moment, as Grandma is in a wheelchair, and in this heat we cannot just take her out, so we usually just meet and play cards. There is a game very popular here in Germany, it's called Skibble, and Grandma is such a rascal. She's just like, she hates losing. She is just trying to use her grandma charms to kind of invoke guilt in us when we are winning. So she's just like such a lovely tiny lady. I could just like squish her. I could squish her and just like have a pocket version to carry around with me. Oh god, I think that I will just like finish this thread and finish for today, because I am really sitting in the strangest position, and Again, everything started sweating, even though I just took a shower just before sitting down to stitch and film. So I'm just going to go back to the darkest room to lie down, hide, and pretend in front of the sun that I am not here and I absolutely shouldn't be touched. Ah, come on. Here, good. So the last stitch for today, let me see. How many did we manage to do here? And I think this one, yes. Oh, fantastic. So it's just like 50 minutes and we have 247 stitches in. Yay! That's a really lovely result. Super, super happy about it. So I really hope that your days are fantastic, that you are enjoying the weather that maybe is a bit milder than the one that I'm having here. And thank you so much for being here with me. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and I really hope that we see each other soon. So thank you so much. Bye bye.